Hello. If you've read my overview about math, I want to leave this video for you to watch to maybe have a better understanding about how math is different for your kids from maybe the way that we learned math back when we were going to school. I always start out with tens and ones and just building numbers. And so we'll build numbers in the ones and then into the early tens and then higher up. And when students are able to show this flexibility and this understanding up to about 100, we can do other things with it. And I'll show you what those things are. One idea is showing numbers in different ways. And by this point, students are writing these representations in pictures rather than the object. And so that is obviously a higher level skill. And so I've given the number 46 here. And what I'm wanting students to do is use the base 10 blocks to show that. Then the word form, an expanded form, and then base 10 numbers. And when kids can do this, and this takes a little bit of work, I've had second graders, then when I show them in the hundreds, they do it automatically. And it is absolutely impressive. And so, again, it's steps like the picture on my website. And, you know, we all learn in developmental steps. Another step that we could use would be adding with regrouping. So here's the old-fashioned way. I have the ones I carry, and we have the answer. And yes, we know how to do that. It's quick. However, a more visual way is breaking apart the number 46 into tens and ones, and 37, 3 tens, 7 ones, and then an essential question, which is, can I make a 10? And here we make a 10, and we move it over to these tens, and together now we have 8 tens and 3 ones that are left over, and we have 83. So that's another way to do it. And we are always wanting kids to show us multiple ways to solve equations. This can lead to multiplication. So I remember third or fourth grade learning my times tables and then learning this, which is obviously following directions of a teacher. Didn't quite understand what I was doing, but I got the answer most of the time and I was good. However, the more visual way, using expanded form, shows this. We have the same problem here. However, I'm taking 32 and I'm breaking it apart. 30 and 2, 25, 20 and 5. And then I just work here and I've got 20 times 30, which I know 2 times 3 is 6. And then I carry my 2 zeros, so that's 600. And then 20 times 2, 2 20s are 40. 5 times 30, 150, and then 5 times 2, which is 10. And I take all of these little problems and I add them together and I get my answer. It's so much more visual and it leads into the hundreds. You could do it in the thousands. You could probably do it in the millions. I haven't tried that yet. So again, math using expanded form is a series of steps. We go from the basic to the more complicated.